you're with PCTV News. I'm Genevieve Smith.
And I'm Jessica Barker. Welcome to the third episode of PCTV News. Thanks for joining us as we bring you all the latest updates from Principia College.
Today, we'll be covering the fall musical Guys and Dolls, directed by John O'Hagan, talking with coaches of some of the upcoming sports on campus, and taking a closer look at Principia College's popular Sunday night hymn sing.
Guys and Dolls is a musical romantic comedy written by Frank Lesser. The show is about Nathan Detroit, who in order to finance his high-stakes crap game in New York, makes a $1,000 bet with Sky Masterson that he can take Sarah Brown on a date. What follows is a story of love and spontaneity that travels from Times Square to Havana. PCTV recently caught up with Weston Williams and Liam McFall to understand more about the play and the set that they are building.
Hi, Catherine Croney here for PCTV News. I'm here with Weston Williams to talk about the upcoming performance of Guys and Dolls. So, Weston, what can the audience be expecting from the performance of Guys and Dolls?
Well, Guys and Dolls is a fun musical written about the middle of the last century. It's got a lot of great big band sort of classic 40s, 50s music. It's got a lot of great songs. Got a lot of dancing, a lot of comedy, which I will be part of. My character is Nathan Detroit, and he's a very funny character. There'll also be romance, and basically anything that you associate with a musical is going to be in this musical. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great.
Well, we're really excited this year to have a professional set designer from Edwardsville. Her name is Christy Johnston, and she has designed in theaters all over St. Louis and painted at the Muni and other really big theaters. And so we have her amazing artwork coming to life on our stage. And so the set will have many sort of revolving pieces so that you have interiors becoming exteriors and vice versa, and moving from locations from New York to Havana. And the set is meant to be very colorful and sort of larger than life, and a little bit like the Looney Tunes kind of cartoon look as well. Bright and colorful like the costumes are going to be.
By the looks of the set, the costumes, and all the hard work that the students have put into this production, it looks like Guys and Dolls is going to be a success. Catherine Croney here for PCTV News.
I got the horse right here.
There have been some fantastic events taking place around campus over the last few weeks. Homecoming weekend and the homecoming dance, in particular, were very popular and well attended by students, with many dancing into the early hours of Sunday morning. Meanwhile, Sustainability Weekend saw students and visitors participate in games and contests designed to build collective awareness of recycling and other sustainability issues.
The International Perspectives Conference was a huge success, with speakers from Zimbabwe, Bangladesh, India, France, and the United States, delivering inspiring talks on the theme of empowerment as equals. Congratulations to the dedicated, hardworking students who helped organize the special event.
Halloween was celebrated with a flash mob and spooky costume window display in Alton. While back on campus, students enjoyed the Buck and Brooks Barn Dance in Holt Gallery, Transylvania Treats in Howard, Anderson Hogwarts Treats, and the Ferg Haunted House. Now here's Aaron with the latest in sports. Aaron?
Thanks, Genevieve. With fall sports coming to an end, PCTV thought it would be a good idea to meet with the coaches of some of the upcoming sports teams and find out what their plans were for the upcoming season. Here's what they had to say.
A big part of our culture last season, our theme was all in. So working with that idea of no matter what background you come from, or whether you played a sport in the fall, or whether you're a freshman or a senior, that idea of everybody being all in, all together. So we're continuing that a little bit with our theme this year, which is as one. And so doing everything together as a full unit, not a group of individuals. It's a very classic idea, I feel like, in team sports, but we're just really looking forward to seeing what that will look like with this year's team, and just continuing to build that from last season. One big thing I think that I've seen kind of span the different seasons for women's basketball is this idea of hard work and unity all together. So regardless of the talent that you have on a given year or the number of girls you have on your roster in a given year, we've really started to bring together full circle this idea of if you're a women's basketball player at Principia, you're ready to work, and you're ready to work for the girl next to you, for the teammate that you have in any given season.
Well, the greatest strength of our program is our team culture. Swimming is a very hard sport. It's a tough thing. You're head down in the water, pretty isolated even from your teammates for most of practice. It is, we have, the longest season on campus, probably the greatest commitment in terms of length of season, in terms of mornings, etc. It's a hard sport. It's a hard commitment to make. But it's the team culture that allows the new people to feel welcomed, encouraged, supported, and want to be a part of this really tough sport. And it allows them to get through the tough times together and to really enjoy the good times and the times that we break barriers and have great performances. And it's that culture that, in the end, every member of the team can walk away from that season going, that was great, that was totally worthwhile. I have great friends now that I'll know for the rest of my life. I had a great experience. It was a worthwhile endeavor to be a part of that team. So our team culture is absolutely our number one strength.
I think the culture is really built around the education of Principia. It is a book that we all read. It's something we all stay current with. And that's the core of what we do. So it's relatively easy to maintain the culture because that's where it comes from. It comes from the expectations of a Principia education as outlined by Mrs. Morgan.
You can follow all the sports news, including game results, player profiles, and write-ups, on the Principia College athletic website. Also, make sure you check the Principia calendar to see when your teams are playing next. Let's get behind our athletes and cheer for the blue and gold in the next season of varsity and club sports. And back to you, Jessica.
Thanks, Aaron. Now it's time to see what's happening in CSO at Principia College. This week, PCTV News attended a Sunday night hymn sing in the chapel and interviewed CSO music head Jeff Lewis and organist Rose Whitmore to find out more about the tradition of hymn sing at Principia College.
So hymn sing is run by the Christian Science organization at Principia College. It is held on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. and it's an opportunity for the community to come together and sing some Christian Science hymns.
We have some readings and we have chosen hymns to go along for the beginning and the end of hymn sing, and then people get to choose whatever hymns they want.
I think that one of the special things about hymn sing is the amount of people that actually come and the number of voices, because many Christian Science churches honestly around the country are so small that people hear every single voice in the room, whereas you come to the chapel in RCSO and you get to hear everyone's voice together and very unified, and Dr. Rose Whitmore gets to play the postlude and the prelude and along with our hymns. It's really special.
It's great to have a chance to play for everyone singing together, and just the atmosphere that it creates on a Sunday evening I think is really special for this community and for any community that does something like this.
Hymn sing is really special because it's one of the community events that CSO sponsors, but it's special because it incorporates music, and everyone loves the music that we sing in regular org services, but it allows us to sing music nonstop, and it's so cool because music is a way to express and just praise God, and that's pretty cool. So that's why I love hymn sing, and that's why y'all should come Sunday nights at 7 p.m.
Now let's talk about upcoming events and campus activities. The fall musical Guys and Dolls takes place in Cox Auditorium on Thursday the 19th of November at 7:30, Friday the 20th of November at 7:30, and Saturday the 21st of November at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Also, later this month, there will be a dance showings and a performance by Grammy Award-winning a cappella group Roomful of Teeth, who will dazzle with their impressive vocal skills.
And that's the show for today. Thank you so much for your company. Next time, we'll bring you highlights from Starbucks, House Olympics, West Presents, Guys and Dolls, and more. Remember to like us on Facebook for all the latest news from Principia College. See you next time.